On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Intern.
To put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
Intern civilians. Medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Hush.
To make or become silent, especially by urging or persuading others to be quiet or by speaking softly or gently, to keep something secret or confidential.
Examples:
Hush for a while. Hush up a case. Please hush your voice so that the baby can sleep.
Muffle.
To wrap or cover something to deaden sound or prevent others from hearing it, to suppress or soften the sound of something, to decrease the intensity or impact of something.
Examples:
Muffle the sound. Muffle my cries. He tried to muffle his coughs during the movie not to disturb the other viewers.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Nihilist.
A person who rejects all religious, moral, and political beliefs and values. A person who believes life is meaningless and void of purpose.
Examples:
Violent nihilist. Militant nihilist. The professor accused the student of being a nihilist for constantly challenging the course material.
Apathy.
Lack of emotion, concern, or enthusiasm.
Examples:
Apathy in the election. Political apathy. The global economic crisis has led to pervasive apathy and powerlessness.
Powerless.
Lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples:
Powerless position. Powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Dynasty.
A sequence of influential leaders who are all from the same family or a period when they rule a country.
Examples:
Dynasty of China. During the Ming Dynasty. During the Habsburg Dynasty, colonization began.
Incarcerate.
To put or keep somebody in prison or in a place from which they cannot escape.
Examples:
incarcerate the murderer. Incarcerate her for life. He was incarcerated for the duration of the war.
Red line.
A boundary or threshold beyond which something is no longer acceptable or allowed. A mark or line drawn in red to indicate a specific limit or danger zone.
Examples:
red line speed. Red line level. The neighborhood was affected by a red line drawn by real estate agents to keep specific populations out.
Affluent.
Rich and wealthy, having a lot of money and material wealth.
Examples:
affluent society. Live in affluent circumstances. She lived in an affluent neighborhood surrounded by wealth and luxury.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
he was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Parable.
A short allegorical story designed to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
Examples:
parable story. Biblical parable. Jesus quoted parables to teach important lessons to his disciples.
Reinvent.
To change something so drastically that it looks to be completely new.
Examples:
reinvent local dishes. Reinvent our life. They have tried to reinvent their grocery stores.
Surmise.
To guess or assume something based on incomplete or limited information. To make an educated guess or inference based on what is known.
Examples:
surmise the truth. Surmise the situation. I can only surmise what happened while I was away.
Ordain.
To officially declare or establish something with authority or divine power. To confer holy orders upon someone for religious service.
Examples:
ordain a deacon. Ordain a minister. The bishop will ordain new priests next week during the religious ceremony.
Bootstrap.
A loop or strap on a boot that is used to pull it on, a self-starting process, often in IT or business, that is designed for beginning or continuing without external assistance.
Examples:
bootstrap method. Bootstrap framework. Many startups use bootstrap funding to get their businesses off the ground.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history. Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Ascent.
The act of climbing or moving upwards, often referring to a physical ascent of a mountain or a spiritual ascent or improvement, an upward movement, the process of moving upwards.
Examples:
Spiritual ascent. The ascent of a rocket. The hikers experienced a difficult ascent to the summit due to the steep and rocky terrain.
Conducive.
Tending to make something likely or possible.
Examples:
Conducive question. Conducive to growth. The quiet and peaceful environment was conducive to concentration and productivity.
Ambush.
The act of hiding and waiting for someone before the sudden attack.
Examples:
Attacking from ambush. Ambush marketing. Armed police officers lay an ambush in front of the criminal's house.
Impair.
To damage something or make it weaker or worse.
Examples:
Impair my health. Impair insulin sensitivity. The accident made his vision impaired.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Disparity.
A significant difference or inequality between two or more things.
Examples:
The disparity between theory and reality. Income disparity. There is a significant disparity in pay between men and women in the company.
Undocumented.
Not supported by written evidence or having the necessary written permission.
Examples:
Undocumented worker. Undocumented command. The Border Patrol has recently been focusing on cracking down on undocumented non-citizens.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
Enact new legislation. Enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
Perpetrator identity. Culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Homicide.
The act or instance of killing another person, murder, manslaughter, or other unlawful violent killings.
Examples:
Mass homicide. Serial homicide. The detective was called to investigate a homicide in the city.
Ceasefire.
A temporary suspension of hostilities or fighting, often implemented by mutual agreement between opposing parties.
Examples:
Ceasefire agreement. Call for a ceasefire. The two sides agreed to a ceasefire, pausing the conflict to allow for peace talks to begin.
Insecure.
Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety.
Examples:
An insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure.
Restructure.
To organize a company, business, or system in a new and different way to make it work more effectively.
Examples:
Restructure sentence. Restructure my debts. The economic downturn made it necessary to restructure the business.
Supremacy.
The state, condition, or position of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status.
Examples:
A race for supremacy. Supremacy of a country. The empire's military power ensured its supremacy over the neighboring states.
Misogyny.
A dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women.
Examples:
Misogyny issue. The misogyny of medieval Christianity. His speech was filled with misogyny and caused widespread outrage.
Pave.
To cover something with a hard, flat material such as stones, bricks, or concrete to make it suitable for travel or use.
Examples:
Pave a new path. Pave a smoother road. They paved the courtyard with bricks, giving it a more polished appearance.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Riddle.
A type of question that describes something in a difficult and confusing way, and that has a surprising answer, often asked as a game.
Examples:
Riddle me a riddle. Solve the riddle. The riddle remains mysterious to us.
Homophobia.
A strong fear, aversion, or hostility towards people who are homosexual or towards homosexuality itself. Discrimination or prejudice against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning LGBTQ individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Examples:
Homophobia awareness. Homophobia in sports. The politician's remarks about same-sex marriage revealed his deep-seated homophobia.
Transphobia.
Prejudice, discrimination, or hostility towards transgender people or people who do not conform to traditional gender roles or expectations.
Examples:
Overcome transphobia. Experience transphobia. Discrimination and harassment against transgender individuals is a form of transphobia still prevalent in many parts of the world.
Semitic.
Relating to the group of languages that includes Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic, spoken by the peoples of the Middle East and North Africa.
Examples:
Anti-Semitic movement. Semitic culture. The Semitic languages include Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic.
Ableism.
Discrimination or prejudice against people with disabilities. The belief that non-disabled individuals are superior to those with disabilities.
Examples:
Ableism awareness. Ableism discrimination. Many people with disabilities face ableism daily in the workplace or public spaces.
Phobia.
An extreme or irrational fear of a particular object, person, situation, or activity, a type of anxiety disorder.
Examples:
Phobia treatment. Social phobia. She has a phobia of spiders and always avoids them.
Ism.
A specific doctrine, theory, or ideology, a suffix used to form nouns indicating a practice, doctrine, or theory.
Examples:
The diversity of isms. Different isms. The professor discussed the impact of various isms on society and how they have shaped our world.
Endow.
To give a quality, ability, or asset to a person or institution.
Examples:
Endow him with the power. Endow the scholarship. Some people believe that human is endowed with reason and capable of distinguishing good from evil.
Alienable.
Capable of being transferred or conveyed to another person or party, usually about property or rights.
Examples:
Alienable assets. Alienable rights. Property is considered alienable if the owner has the legal right to sell or transfer it.